Good morning, welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. Last time we played some Watchers, today we're going to be getting started with Ironclad. Look at that. All clad full of iron. Nowhere to go. Curse for 250 gold, it's very nice. I never trade out a boss relic on Ironclad because Burning Blood is insane. Take a Strawberry or a card remove. Card remove is usually one finds strikes, but we don't want to do that before we fight Gremlin Mobs, so that's not happening. So these two are out. It's either 7 health or 250 gold. Never take 250 gold unless it's incredibly inconvenient to get to the store. That includes impossible. There's a store here. It's on a good path. 3 fights, question mark, store, and an elite. Although that forces us into a second store, that's kind of awkward. We could take 2 fights, 2 question marks in this store before these 2 elites. But this is a little bit behind, but the store gives us a chance to catch up. This is also one of the only ways in the act to get 3 elites. In fact, it is the only way in the act to get 3 elites. If you don't count the Mega. Actually, even if you do count the Mega, you can only get 2 elites with the Mega. Okay, so we'll go this way. Give me that money. Right, it's not that bad. We could just skip the early shop and wait for this late shop if we still want to go that direction. But I think I'm pretty happy with going right here and getting an extra elite. So we'll just go through this early shop. Alright. Oof. Many attacks. Those slimes. They'll get you sometimes. Alright. So we're taking 2 energy killing front slime and then defending, taking 7. Doesn't really matter if we do it with the bash or with 2 strikes. Good morning, Jose. Let's see, this is not enough damage yet. It's clearly not enough. But hey, might as well get that vulnerable going. Man, we took a ton of damage in these slimes. That was really unfortunate. Power Through is great. Probably want to take Heavy Blade. Oh, actually, Carnage is pretty good early too, huh? Carnage commits us a little bit less to strength scaling, but it's quite a bit of a worse card in Act 3. And you usually want some strength scaling, so I don't mind Heavy Blade too much. But I don't mind Carnage either. Carnage is definitely better if we don't find strength scaling. It's better in hallway fights. It's just a better Act 1 card all around. And we are in Act 1. Ooh, interview. That's very exciting. I've been well. You know, just mostly staying home, trying to avoid the coronavirus and all that jazz. Making video games. What's your interview for? What industry are you in, I suppose? Are you a student currently? Or recently, I suppose? People just graduated, so could have been a transition in your life as well. I'll take the Carnage. Pretty excited about that. I got this like gremlin up. Alright, so we probably want to remove the thingamajig. I like Frozen Eye quite a bit. Centennial Puzzle's great, Uppercut's great. Biomedical Technician. Ooh, that's fancy. So I mean, you like work in a hospital. It's not you wouldn't be like an X-ray technician because that's like a different word. So I guess I don't know what biomedical technician means. Let me go finish my tea and get some water. I'll be right back. Dude, medical lasers are badass. It's like most of the linear accelerators in the world are for treating, for radiation therapy for cancer patients. So cool that we get to use that technology like that. Okay, sorry about that. I discovered that my water cup was partially full, and then I was like, aha, I measured that water out for my sourdough starter, but then never gave it to the sourdough starter, and that's why my sourdough starter was super flowery. It's like, what's going on? I measured everything. Okay, we got 363 gold. Probably want to use 75 of it on getting rid of this Rive. Probably want to buy the uppercut. Everything else is a little bit wishy-washy. So the uppercut and the card remove is going to cost 163, weirdly. So we're going to have exactly 200 left. So we could afford one of these relics with basically nothing else if we do that. Have like 32 gold left over, or 42, depending on which one we buy. I suppose we could also buy the blood vial. Slay the Spire is now out on iOS. That's it's a cause for great celebration. No, not my game. I mean, I technically do have games out on iOS, but that's not what I'm promoting. Slay the Spire is what I'm promoting. Uppercut's insane. Who's our boss here? I didn't even look. It's a slime boss. So uppercut is extra super good against slime boss, especially you can get that upgrade. So let's go in order of the most important thing. I think Centennial Puzzle. Like, Frozen Eye is great, but like Centennial Puzzle is so good. So let's do that, and then this, and then that. Okay, 32 gold left over. That's fine. Ooh, wheel spinning time. Maybe he'll give us a relic. Maybe he will stab us. Maybe he'll give us a bunch of money. Oh, come on. We just finished the store. Darn it. Alright, let's go get another card reward before we get this question mark and start fighting elites. Is that still a plan? I got hurt quite a bit by that slime. Yeah, let's try to heal up a little bit on this this cultist here. I don't think we want to skip Carnage, so I guess we just Carnage strike. Alright, I guess we're taking one and trying to set up lethal next turn. And we did. So net 5 healing there. Second shot at a Flex. We had a Flex available at the store. Flex is kind of good with Centennial Puzzle, so we can try and draw Flex and Limit Break together, which is what you want to do. Power Through is also great. Power Through is one of the best Ironclad cards. Probably going to take Power Through here. It's our first defensive option. It's a little bit early because it's still a pre-Gremlin Knob, but whatever. Oof. Ouch. Extra store. I guess we do have the money from the spin the wheel, so it's not a total waste, but you hate to see it. Probably taking Rampage here. Rampage was pretty fun. Could do Rampage True Grit, kind of balance out the wounds with a way to remove them. Rampage helps us scale up in long fights. I'm a little bit afraid of taking Rampage. It's not a great scaling card. It does stuff, but it's very slow. But if we take True Grit, then we can thin down the deck a little bit, and then Rampage is faster. And it's just nice to have something like against Lagavulin, particularly. Scale up a little bit. Other things we could do, could like buy potions, or we could remove a strike. I'm pretty comfortable with how many attacks we have, so should be fine to remove a strike here. If we really want to get a thin deck, we'd buy Rampage and Havoc. That's a little bit of the same. I think I like Rampage True Grit well enough. It's not, I'm not like over the moon about it, but I'll take it. Alright, we got Sentries. We've got Explosive Pot that's probably getting used this turn. If we bash strike, we do 14 damage, so he would be at 24, or 26. We can do 26 with Carnage Rampage, or we could just like triple strike Explosive Pot. Pretty okay with either of those. We could power through right now. And if we get like Carnage, we could still get lethal next turn with Explosive Pot. If we don't power through though, we draw a bunch of cards, which is nice. I think let's try to take 0 though. The Explosive Pot's getting used no matter what. So let's see if we can pull that off. Okay, so it's going to be Carnage Strike Explosive Pot here. Yeah. And then we draw some extra cards. Gotta love drawing Rampage and shuffling at the same time. Everybody's favorite. If we Rampage Strike this guy, he takes 14, goes to 21. We can definitely do 21 damage next turn. Uppercut Strike actually does it because the strike does apply. The uppercut does apply the vulnerable. Triple Strike does not do it. Carnage Strike does it. Bash Strike does not do it. I think we have a better chance going for this back sentry. We'll go for him instead. Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten there. Okay. Do I have uppercut or something? No. Well, that's unfortunate. Really bad draws here. I guess we're going to play power through. And we still don't have lethal on that back guy. We are guaranteed to get it next turn. Ugh, this next turn is brutal. Carnage Uppercut, our best 2 cards together. Alright, so I guess we'll set up for Strike on you, Carnage on you. Okay, maybe we get 3 strikes next turn. It is possible. Alright, another fight where we don't do great. Paper Frog's great. We already have a copy of Uppercut here. I don't think it's ever Searing Blow. We've only got 2 fires in front of us, other than the bonus fire, and we're pretty low on health. So I don't think we're taking an upgrade right now. Second True Grit helps us thin the deck for Rampage, gets rid of the statuses. I'm a little bit wary about taking 2 unupgraded True Grits. It's a little scary. But I think I'll do it. Definitely want to take the upgrade on Uppercut when we can. Is when we can right now. We know it's not going to be Sentry, so it's either Lagavulin or Gremlin Nob. Pretty good against Gremlin Nob. Pretty good against Lagavulin too, with the Rampage. So I think we can maybe take an upgrade. I don't know, 2 elites though. That's more than 1 elite. Alright, we'll give it a shot. This is a little bit risky. Alright, it's a Lagavulin. We don't want to waste Carnage, so I guess we have to wake him up now. But I kind of want to get like an Uppercut Rampage as a way to start. Like, that's way better. But I guess I want to draw Power Through later as well. So I could do like Uppercut Power Through next turn, that'd be great. So I'll just wake him up now. Probably want to strike double True Grit. I'll True Grit first to minimize the chance of hitting the other True Grit. Another Rampage immediately shuffle, draw. I guess just uppercut power through. He's vulnerable and Paper Frog for Carnage. Wha-bam! Right. Is this lethal? No. Uppercut Rampage is not going to be lethal either. I think it's probably Uppercut True Grit. Yeah, not lethal. Okay. True Grit only blocks for 5. Let's see, how likely do we get lethal next turn? It's just 2 strikes, right? So I would say highly likely. Alright, so log. It is not two strikes. Okay, well, we'll keep the vulnerable going, I guess. 2 more. Alright, that should do it. Strike dummy, huh? Juggernaut's quite a card. We have 2 copies of True Grit and a Power Through. Make that Juggernaut move. Juggernaut Rage in the same pick. These relics are weird. We don't have any extra strikes. We haven't taken any cards that say strike on them. Do we just skip this? We could take a Speculative Juggernaut. I feel like Speculative Juggernauts always get me killed. I've done it like a number of times and I've not fared well. Also, we have 20 health and we have to go fight another elite after this, so I think we're more worried about this fight than like Act 4. Juggernaut's like an Act 4 pick. So I think we just skip. Okay, give me a meat on the bone. Okay, fine. Don't then. Definitely want to play the strike, and hopefully this trigger hits a defend. That works too. We don't want to play a skill unless we have to. We will Ancient Pot the vulnerable. Just casually, 15 damage strike. God, every single time we've drawn Rampage, we've also shuffled. That's nuts. Alright, we're surviving the turn. And oh, getting lethal. Sweet. Thanks, Strike W Paper Frog. Oof. Strike W Paper Frog Vajra. Those strikes are going to be hitting really hard. We can get a second uppercut. If we had taken the Rage at the last floor, we could take this Anger. Rage and Anger go well together. They're both emotions, that's how you know. But we didn't take the Rage, and I don't generally like Anger. Our relics don't tell us that Angers are particularly good. We do have a Vajra, so that's one way in which they're good. Vajra means we can do limit break stuff. No fear of it being useless. Uppercut is super good with Paper Frog, but do we need that? We've already got a whole Uppercut. Uppercut Plus. So I'm not sure an extra Uppercut is really what the deck needs. Iron Wave would probably be a pick if we picked the Juggernaut, but we didn't pick the Juggernaut. Oh man, I just realized I didn't put honey in my tea. I was like, why doesn't this tea taste as good? No honey. I think we skip this too. We're not too worried about being underpowered. We've got a Carnage. We're okay. Alright, here's our last easy pool fight. Power through's great here. We finally get a Rampage on the first shuffle. Okay, right before we kill it. Looks like a third True Grit. Dropkick is pretty good. When we've got Paper Frog and whatchamacallit, Uppercut Plus, I could definitely take a Dropkick. That also goes with the Rage pick. Body Slam is probably a pick if we picked the Juggernaut, but we didn't pick the Juggernaut. I think I'm pretty happy about not picking the Juggernaut, because if I'd picked the Juggernaut, I would have now picked an Iron Wave and a Body Slam, and the deck would be like way worse. It'd be the same deck, but with 3 extra garbage cards when we're trying to do Rampage combo. And Rampage combo hates having garbage cards. It loves having Dropkicks, though. Can you do infinite combos with Dropkick? I feel like if you have like Dropkick and like Unceasing Top or something, you have infinite combos. I guess I don't know what that would be. I guess if the only card in your deck is Dropkick, then you have an infinite combo. But yeah, actually, if you have Dropkick and Unceasing Top, do you draw 2 cards? I don't think you do. I think you draw the card from Dropkick before you Unceasing Top triggers. I think I will take a Dropkick, though. It's a little bit weird, but removing a card is great. We super want to do that because we're trying to combo Rampage. All right, can we afford an upgrade here? Ooh, yeah, Headbutt would be good. If we were going to take an upgrade, what would it be? Probably the Rampage. We need to get that upgraded before Slime Boss. True Grits also really want an upgrade, but we can deal if they don't get it. I think we just rest them. This next fight could be dangerous. We can get an upgrade at the last farm. Yep, see, dangerous fight. Okay, so we can uppercut Sneaky Gremlin to death, or we can uppercut Fat Gremlin and then dropkick him. I think I like uppercut dropkick. Killing Fat Gremlin's a big deal. Alright, and then I think we just True Grit, try and save some health. Let's see. We could take somebody to Carnegie Hall. It's crazy how Carnage is barely doing more damage per energy than Strikes right now. Strikes are doing 10 per energy. Carnage doing 10.5. So we can Carnage Rampage, but then we take 5. What else could we do? Wait, Carnage Rampage is only 30 damage. He's got... Oh, wait. Yeah, I thought we'd kill him. Okay. Yeah, this fight's so hard. Yeah, I think just Carnage Rampage is the way to go. We don't want to lose the Carnage. There's no way to take less than 5. I guess I'm going to do... Bash... Power Through? No, True Grit. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. We're gonna win this fight. No more damage. Is Uppercut Strike lethal? Strikes are gonna do 15, 29. Not lethal. Alright, so we'll just strike this guy and defend. Alright. We're a little bit behind on upgrades, so armaments would feel pretty nice. Armaments and then go to the campfire and upgrade armaments. What else could we do? We do a Vajra, so we could take a Heavy Blade. Heavy Blade's gonna do 17 now, slightly less than Carnage, but still. Cleave would be our first AoE. Would have been useful in that fight we just finished. It's kind of good in Slime Boss too. I think I will take the armaments and upgrade it. I love upgraded armaments. It feels so good. Yum. I'll take all the armaments, please. It's just like, for some reason, Ironclad has access to like mini apotheosis, and I love it. I think we want to keep the Carnage around, so it's probably Carnage Strike this turn. As good as setting up Vulnerable is. We need that Carnage. Uppercut's great this turn. Uppercut sets up weak for next turn. Could play Rampage too. We might be able to split him here. If we like dropkick and then draw armaments, we can. See, these will start doing 13 raw, which makes them do +6, so 19. So we do 38 damage with these, plus the 10 from this. We do 48 damage. So yeah, we'd split them at like 50, or actually like 40. So that'd be great. Let's look for that. 1 and 3. No. We can still split them if we want, or we can double defend True Grit. If we double defend True Grit, we take block for 17, take 11. And then we split him next turn with these and 3 other cards. We're going to split him with the next attack we do no matter what it is. I would wait, but I'm not sure that I'm not just like waiting for no reason, if that makes sense. We do get to trigger away a strike. We get to draw one hand closer to getting Rampage. We get a chance of upgrading stuff when we have no threat. I think it's worth the 11 health. We also get armaments on a huge hand, thanks to Sensei the Puzzle. Yeah, we did get Rampage upgraded, which is a huge deal. Okay. I guess it's going to be Rampage Strike to split him. Not as good as Split as before, which is kind of awkward. We could use this skill pot to look for like Shockwave or something. Do some extra damage, but no. Okay, power through's always happening. Carnage sets us up to kill Spike Slot, or we can trigger it. There's a lot of garbage in the hand, so True Grit doesn't really have anything it can miss on. I guess we could defend first, and we'd be blocking for 12. Currently taking 21, so blocking for 12 means we take 9 or something. It's a really bad setup though, leaving them both at 53. They could just be double attacking again. So I think we'll do Carnage, take some damage. Oof. This is not where I want to be. Alright, let's drink this, see how we get out of this. The power 3 is pretty good. Intimidate is actually pretty good too. I think power 3 is how we survive though. Power 3, split him, survive him. Hey, on Busby. Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. It was kind of short. We like woke up early on Saturday and went and did a big hike. So that kind of like blew up my Saturday. And then Sunday, like, we played D&D and then like went and had dinner, and so it kind of felt like we were just doing stuff the whole weekend, and didn't get a chance to relax. Hey Birdface, how's it going? We do 16 damage to split Spike Slam, power through to block him. It's not terrible, but I'm not a huge fan. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drink the Dex pot too, just because we're at 2. Seems dangerous. Alright, the slimes are taking pity on us this turn, letting us block pretty easily. We'll go ahead and uppercut the big acid slime. And True Grit. So we can split him if need be. We are at 1 now, so no more of this damage taking. We're dying. Max block here is strike splits him. I'm confused by your request that I talk about your stream, Burnface. I don't think I was there. Maybe you wanted me to talk about something else? Oh. Oh no. I don't think that I don't think that I can give you back your points. I wish that I could. I looked at this interface, but I can mark channel rewards as redeemed, but I can't like refund them. I don't believe. But I'll still give you credit for that talk about. You can make me talk about something. Okay, so we're blocked for 21, so we do actually survive this. Oh my god, my favorite class I took at undergrad. I was talking to my brother about this last week at some point. Man, some AoE would be nice. Not this question specifically, but rather I was telling him about my favorite class. So I had this this class. I majored in computer science. So the school that I went to, their perspective on computer science was, it was like a rigorously academic discipline, right? So it was part of the math department, and they came at it from very like theory-centric, you take classes in like formal logic, right? Before you take classes on like programming languages. It was like not very practical. It was very very abstract, which is fine. I think I would have preferred a practical approach, but I didn't know that when I was applying to colleges. How do you possibly know that? I thought I was going to major in physics. Whatever. Or economics is actually my initial one was. Fun times. And so, okay, so I took a bunch of computer science classes, and then there was always one professor who was always like a little bit grumpy about the like super academic abstract angle, and he was like the dude with like 20 years of industry experience who was just like, let me tell you a story about the 486, or like, have you guys ever heard of the VAX? Just always talking about like weird old computers. And he taught a class which was clearly like a class of his own invention, which was like super like hyper practical, like electrical engineering class, and that was so fun. I like there was an X-ray crystallography like device. I guess it was also a linear accelerator. Jose was talking about maintaining linear accelerators earlier, and so it like shoots a beam of X-rays at a crystal or at a little site where you put powdered crystals of things so you can do X-ray diffraction analysis and see where what the atomic structure is. And I built a little I don't know thing that like put a stepper motor on there and like slowly moved a little what do you call those things that click? Geiger counter. So they like stepped a little Geiger counter around it in a circle, and then like made little charts for people about like where the observed radiation was, they used it for one of the physics classes. Like people were doing a project with it, and like they broke it somehow, or it was broken. I don't know. I don't want to phrase that as an accusation, but it was broken. So I got a call, and they were like, "Can you come down to the lab and like fix that thing you built?" And I looked at it for like 2 seconds, and then I was like, "Oh!" And I like picked up a wire because it was like built on a breadboard, and then like plugged in the wire because I like saw something wasn't grounded, and I was like, the motor can't turn because there's nowhere for the whatever, the energy to discharge. And I was like, and then it just started working immediately, and they just looked at me like, "The fuck are you?" Like they were trying to figure it out for like an hour. They were just like on their phones like, "How do we fix this thing?" And I was just like, "Boop, there we go, fixed." I've never felt so proficient in anything. Okay, so back to slime bots. Are we surviving this turn? We are blocking for 26 and surviving. Nope. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're surviving. We're just blocking exactly for 26, and we're at 1. So no stress. Just super casual slime boss fight. I guess we'll go for the spike slimes. They hit a little bit harder when they choose to hit. So, yeah. They also have lower health, so easy to kill. This does 22 damage. These have 22 health. That seems like a fun thing to do. But we're dying, though, so... Yeah, this is the best thing we can do in terms of surviving, but we still go to negative 15 here. Darn. I don't think we respected the slime boss enough. We should have taken the better split instead of waiting, I think, but even then, we drew poorly. Drat.